mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright
I thought of an entire monologue in the shower and now I don't remember anything. It's a working day and I'm taking a little off to go to the doctor. I'm getting ready for the same, guys. What I wanted to speak about was the idea of working from home, what I thought it would be and what it is. There are both pros and cons to this entire thing, but what I specifically wanted to speak about was the idea that I had personally of what a work from home would end up being and what it ended up being. This is the first job that I've ever done in my entire life, the current job that I'm in. I took it up as soon as my MBA got done. One, you're going to be staying at home, so you're going to save shitloads of money because you're not going to be paying rent, you're not going to be paying for travel, food, nothing. Second is you get to travel a lot because you can work from anywhere. All of this is true in some particular sense, but my overall experience from working from home is that I haven't left home. The entire idea of just going out to a doctor is like a great deal for me now. There is also this dependency on your existing friends to literally hold up your social life because you have none. I mean, it's very rare that I get to meet someone new and speak to someone new. I know a lot of people who are working from home who are definitely doing all these things that I thought I would do. I do travel too. I do travel a lot, but it's very circumstantial. It's extremely circumstantial. My entire life comes to a point where if I'm not getting out, it's going to be extremely sad. So I end up having to get out. So over a period of time, this entire idea of hanging out with people becomes really interesting because I'm constantly looking for ways to do that. I recently downloaded Bumble BFF so I could just like talk to people because I was feeling extremely lonely. So I downloaded Bumble BFF and I met a few people. I spoke to a couple of people and it did make me feel nice. Over a period of time, it just felt weird because I was speaking to strangers and there was only so many things that we could speak about. I'm sure it has worked out for a lot of people, but for me, the reason why it didn't work out was I think I become very I am losing touch on how to like actively speak to people, how to keep up conversations, because over a period of time I start speaking to people because of one intent. Like there is one specific reason why we started speaking, and once that is over, like you've spoken, you've exhausted the topic, it becomes really awkward to like ask personal questions because you're just speaking to like random strangers on the internet, and I have not met them, so I don't know how much they're willing to speak. I'm not talking about like personal questions as in tell me about how your relationship is with your father and mother. That's not what I'm speaking about, but even in general, just like to get even little personal feels obnoxiously difficult. I don't know how the person is, what the person's life is, what they're going through, why they're there on the platform, what their intent is. Should I ask more questions? Will this come off as creepy? So these are like very very obvious reasons for me why it didn't work out, but that's okay because that did like the minute interaction that I had with a person did make me feel a lot better than I was feeling before I went on the app. That was a very interesting experience, honestly. Even this entire idea of vlogging, right? It does make me happy. It gives me some sense of dopamine because I feel, even though I'm like literally right now all I see is myself on the screen and I'm speaking to myself, I know that once this vlog comes out, there will be people who will be watching it. So it's like I'm speaking to them. So I'm like trying to make friends through this. It's just a weird thing, but it is very true. And this is something that I have been specifically struggling with for a very long time. And it's not just after my MBA or things like that. Even in college, a lot of times, I think I have had trouble, not with making friends. I have made the most wonderful, beautiful friends, but I think the idea of keeping up with them. So I make these friends, and then even with them, the idea of constantly being relevant in their lives is something that I do struggle with, because over a period of time, I feel like I need to constantly earn that friendship. So I have to constantly chase and like constantly be very relevant. I don't know if it makes sense, but it is something that I do suffer with a lot, and it does feel like a suffering, honestly. It is kind of every day that I go through this feeling. It could also mean feeling like an imposter, because I don't know how relevant I am. Should I be here? Like, do I make sense being here right now? Do I make sense having this conversation right now? I have been trying to vlog for almost 5 years now. It's more than 5 years. Like, even on my YouTube channel, my videos date back to 5 years. And it's a constant thing that I've done, and I know that it makes me feel good. But again, this entire idea of not wanting people to think that I don't make, like, of me as too trying too hard. Like, I still feel like there is some specific places where I am like, I go all out and like try to make friends, but I don't want to come across as desperate. And this specific situation, I think over a period of time, uh, I have tried to make myself feel okay with it, because I can't want to be friends and also fear the idea that they are constantly thinking of me and thinking of me as being desperate. Because at certain level, it's also a sense of narcissism, if you think, because it's all about me. Like, I try to think of me in every situation. So it's something that I'm constantly working on, trying to not think of, trying to not feel so overwhelmed about. And it is helping me a lot, I guess, now, especially now, in this situation in my life. It is, I am getting better, and it is very evident to me.
Stars shine.